Alrighty, we are back playing some more Legends ZA. We are shiny hunting. Specifically bug types, fairy types, water types, maybe some rock types, depending if we can find some. Depending if there's something that will pique my interest. I'm currently in a bug type distortion, just because Wimpod is there and it'd be kind of nice to reset Wimpod, so just gonna go around and kind of look for things, see what we can find. Oh, let's do that, shall we? Let's try and see. See if we can find what's around. I haven't found the shiny that's around here yet. I have yet to find the shiny. But yeah, we're live early today because we'll be live on TikTok later tonight, after the Soul Link premiere. Okay, shout a Scatterbug. I want better Pokemon to spawn because it is just Spewpa, Scatterbug, which I don't mind. Vivian would be kind of nice, especially since it's green patterned. But I don't think the Scatterbug will evolve into the into the other one that I need. So if I want an Alpha Vivian, I need to try and hunt it in area 15, I think it is where... The area 13 or 15? 13. Area 13 is where I gotta get it. Or I could go area 20 and reset for Vivian, which ain't too bad. Okay, let's try and see if we can get Wimpod that spawns on the top. If we could get Wimpod on the top, then we can guarantee get ourselves Wimpod and Galissapod pretty much today. So I got a few sparkling power and alpha power donuts today. I was hoping for... Okay, Spinarak ain't bad, because I wouldn't mind Spinarak and Ariados. Spewpa and Scatterbugs down there. Any chance... Because none of those are shiny, so any chance that's... Okay, it is Alpha Spinarak. Which ain't too bad. It's just, I really want the rare encounter to spawn. Yeah, you're not over this side at all. I need it over this side. Come on, give me the Pokemon I'm after, because I could get Spinarak and that later. I want to get all the new Pokemon over and done with first before I go back and do the main Pokédex. But yeah, I weren't live yesterday at all because I just forgot to go live. And I was asleep, so that's also another thing. But during playing and getting donuts yesterday, I did get a shiny Riolu. So we have a Shalfa Lucario, which is competitively built and ready to go to Pokemon Home. I might actually change how competitive to make it because I don't think... Hey, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to go over there just in case if it's a normal one that ends up, you know, shining. So that's what I wanted. That's fine. Let's see what the shiny is. Is it around here? Okay, Shalfa Spinarak, that's fine. That should be one. Cool. One down, one to go for Spinarak. So Spinarak is there. I don't know what's back at the top. Let's have a look. So obviously we have the Wimpods, which is perfect, and we have Scatterbugs. Okay, we have all three. Perfect. Let's just keep resetting until we get what we want. Until we get what we want, we just keep resetting for a little while. So apparently the timer goes down, and I have tested this. The timer does go down, even though it shows the pop-up of the like Pokemon trades and stuff like that when it gives you the tips. So that's cool. So we just have to kind of be careful on what we go for. But at least we know it does pause when we're in the menu. So that's not too bad. with how long we got in this zone, this is perfect. So we need 3 scatterbugs for like the Shalfa line. We need 3 because we need the patterned Vivian and then Scatterbug and Spupa. We don't need the other Vivian because we can get that as a Shalfa in area 20, which I will go back to do some resets in that area specifically at some point, because there are still some Pokemon there that I would not mind obtaining as alpha just because they'd be easier to get instead of having to go in the zones to get them, which is not too bad. But yeah, we'll be on TikTok around 10 PM today. We're doing an early one today, just on the YouTube side. And there will be the first episode of the Pokemon X and Y Soul Link airs later today at 8. So, just under 12 hours from now. Introducing DLSS 4.5 2nd Gen Super Resolution Transformer module for all RTX GPUs. Okay. Honestly, the resolutions look pretty good. Dynamic multi-frame gen for RTX 50 series, which I don't care. 6x multi-frame for RTX 50, and DLS overrides in NVIDIA app. Okay, that's kind of cool. I am curious on how this is going to affect. So apparently we get more FPS in certain intensive games now, so that's kind of cool. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn. That kind of sucks. Oh. I really want to try out that DLS. What's up, Tanner? How are you? Really want to see what this new resolution and more FPS is like on the DLSS 4.5. Very curious about it. Alright, we'll have a look in... I normally do these for around 10 minutes before I check around the area, so... we will check in roughly maybe an hour? Not hour, like in a minute. Check in roughly a minute. Just to see if we've got the Wimpod. I would love Wimpod. Just because it's another new Mega on the list. So we need one more Spinarak for Ariados. We need... two Wimpods, and so in total we need 6 Pokemon. Right now, we need 6. Once we have those 6, we can leave the area, because that'll be everything here. Sure, what's your Pokemon joke? What Pokemon joke you got? I've heard enough I've heard a lot of Pokemon jokes, but none have really been good. Some have been good, but some ain't. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Wimpod's easy because it's red. That's a normal shiny Scatterbug? That's kinda annoying. Don't need normal Scatterbug. Let's Hypnoso, Energetic. because it's so energetic because it's not drowsy. Ah, so it's lost its whole reason. It's lost its whole reason to be drowsy, huh? It's now energetic and just energetic. That's kind of cool. Actually, that should be a regional form. An electric type drowsy. And you could just, you know... Wait, it could be a regional fake, similar to Gen 9. You realized your mistake? Hmm. Actually, because we've got Gen 9 introduced us to regional fakes with paradoxes and just regional fakes in general, like Wiglet and stuff. They could do that again, because regional fakes are basically regional forms, just they're actually in the Pokédex, unlike Alolan Rattata, which is just a Alolan form of the regional Pokemon. So they could do it. They could do a regional form, or they could do a regional fake of Drowsy and make it electric type. Which actually I would love to see that. It's the same with like Magby, Elekid. I would love to see regional forms of like the baby Pokemon. Same with like Pichu. Have a regional form of Pichu that could evolve into a different type of Pikachu and then evolve further beyond that into like Gorachu. You can make it like dark type or evil or you know, any other type. Pokemon, make some new regional forms. I always wanted a Hisui and Drowsy. Was Drowsy in Hisui? Like, was Drowsy in Hisui? I need to remember now. Because it's been ages since I played Legends Arceus. And like you said, it's electric. Because I honestly don't remember a lot of the Pokemon in Legends Arceus because I haven't played it in so long. Which this year is the year that I just get all the Pokédex's stuff, like Pokédex, done for Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, Sword and Shield, Legends Arceus, and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, just to get them done. Oh, have you only played BDSP? Ah. I am going back because I need Darkrai in that game and Arceus in that game, which is going to take a while to get. Right side of Arceus, I could actually skill swap and it will never die. It's just Arceus could still kill me. And Scarlet. Nice. I've done the Scarlet and Violet Pokédex and did it for Pokemon Home. Ah. NVIDIA is reportedly bringing back the GeForce RTX 3060 series graphics cards to help tackle VRAM shortages. Nice. So you could get Arceus and Darkrai. Darkrai you were only able to get if you got the event key for a limited time. I think you only had a month to get it during Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I managed to get it, and I also got Shaman very quickly in that game. I got it in like 300 encounters. Like runaway encounters. With Darkrai, you need save data of when you beat Arceus in Legends Arceus. And then you get the item in your house to summon Arceus at Spear Pillar. And you can battle, you know, Arceus. You only have Registeel and Giratina? Ah. I haven't hunted Giratina in BDSP. I might. The only problem is how slow the soft resets are in that game. There is no update for the Switch too, so it still takes a while to load up Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I would rather do Dynamax Adventures or go back to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon to hunt most of the legendaries. The only ones in the Dynamax Adventures I want to do in Sword and Shield is pretty much just the Tarpus. Sigaleo Lunala, Necrozma, and Zygarde. So, 4 Tarpus, Zygarde, Sigaleo Lunala, Necrozma. So there's 8. There is 8 Pokemon I need. Oh yeah, False Swipe will work, but it doesn't on a lot of Pokemon. Like, Giratina won't get touched by False Swipe unless you Foresight it first. Because you need to basically... You could also soak Giratina, like use the move soak, it turns it into a water type, and then you can hit it with false swipe. Which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I need to remember that for other Pokemon. And then, at the moment, Latios, Latias, Cobalion, Virizion, and Terrakion I'll be doing in ZA, just because at least those will be done on that game. Maybe they'll unlock most of the legends in Generation 10. I hope they bring back a way to hunt the old legendaries in Generation 10. Even if it's a DLC thing, like bring back something like Dynamax Adventures. Or the wormholes. Like bring something like the wormholes back. I would prefer that. I would prefer the wormholes coming back than Dynamax Adventures. Alright, we will check again in roughly 4 minutes, just to see what we get. Ooh, 10 days till the free version 3.0 update launches for Nintendo Switch 2 to give you the Switch 2 edition of the game. Cool. Before I got Pokemon Scarlet, I had my whole team figured out because I watched Horizons before I played the game, plus some I randomly saw in shorts. Nice. I think for... What was it? I think it was for Scarlet or Violet, or it was for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I had my team figured out just because I wanted to recreate my team in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl from my old Diamond Pearl Platinum team. And then for Scarlet and Violet, I had because the Pokédex got leaked a month in advance, I just knew what I wanted to use. Which, it kind of sucks, but it's whatever. I regretted picking the starter that I got in Scarlet and Violet, just because it would have been better for me to have Sprigatito at the start instead of picking Quaxly. I'm not a fan of Quaxly's final evolution compared to the middle. But I am a fan of Sprigatito's entire line, just because I like cats. So it's the first time I actually preferred the grass type over fire and water. Because primarily I normally pick fire. 90% of the time when a new generation comes out, I primarily pick the fire type. Because I think I did that. I did that for Sun and Moon. I picked Litten. For X and Y, I picked Fennekin. For Black and White, I picked Tepig. For Gen 4, I obviously picked Chimchar. For Gen 3, I actually picked Trico, just because I like Trico more, design-wise, but I like Blaziken. Generation 2, I picked Cyndaquil. I prefer Totodile now, but I liked Cyndaquil in Crystal, like Gold and Silver. And then I obviously picked Charmander, but I prefer Bulbasaur in Generation 1. Which is weird. It's weird to look back on the generations I picked the starters, because if I went back, I would actually pick different starters throughout the different generations, but nope. I guess I just preferred Fire. But depending what gets announced during Pokemon Day, if the starters get revealed, why is Tepig in ZA? No fucking clue. No clue. It's a weird one. Like, they could have done all the Johto starters, realistically. They could have done it. But Cyndaquil was already in Legends Arceus, so I think that's why they didn't do Cyndaquil. So they just decided, we'll just plop down a fire type. They could have done any other fire type, but honestly, they kind of redeemed Tepig with the Emboar line. But... you know, I think people would have been mad if Cyndaquil was back because it would have guaranteed Typhlosion to have a Mega, which would have been fine. I'm still curious what they would have done for the Mega. Wait, what? What? How did he do that? Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Anything new? Okay, it's not the Wimpods. That's fine. Okay, it's still Scatterbug. Hey, there's a Wimpod there, actually. Okay, Wimpod. Wimpod mine. Alright, let's go down here. Okay, so it weren't the right Wimpod, but Wimpod is Wimpod. Okay, Spinnerack. I'm gonna move you and Wimpod real quick to... Where do I want you? Here. Okay, Wimpod, I'm gonna put you... here. Put you there. Well, at least I have a shiny Wimpod. That's nice. When I was playing Scarlet, I randomly encountered shiny Dratini. Nice. Dratini's in this game, which I actually like. I very much like Dratini. Okay, so... Alright. Let's reset more. I'm trying to get Shalfers. That's all I want. Is that so much to ask? I'm very curious about this. What the hell? How did he get a code? I knew what you meant, Tenor. You're fine. Alright, so we still only have the one Spinnerack because... Actually, I need to search that up real quick. Let me search that. So, I'm currently going for... If I click Pokemon Home... Yep. Currently going for the Spinnerack line. So, does Spinnerack have male female forms? Like, differences? No. Okay. What about... Scatterbug line? Scatterbug doesn't. What about Spupa? Spupa? Okay, Spupa doesn't. What about Vivian? Because the normal... I need Icy Snow pattern for the regular Paldea version of Vivian, which is kind of interesting. That's the regular one. Like the default version of Vivian is apparently the Icy Snow one. So, Vivian. Okay, so we know the garden patterns in this game, and we know the meadow patterns. So that's 2 guaranteed Shalfers I can have, but I need 2 versions of the snow. That's fine. And then it's, what's this Pokemon called? Literally just called it. Oh, Wimpod. Wimpod. And Galissapod. Oh, cool. That does not matter. Okay, that does not matter. Do I want to guess the Pokemon by your dex? Ooh. I could do guess the Pokemon by its dex number. Why not? Why not? My brain's pretty decent with certain generations. Let's try and guess. 1000? Ain't that who I think it is? Need to check because the paradoxes don't start from 1000. Okay. It's Gimmighoul. 1000's Gimmighoul because Goldengo should be 1001. It's not Gimmighoul? Oh, it is Goldengo. Oh, it is Goldengo. Gimmighoul's 999. Damn. It is Goldengo. See, I knew it was close. I knew Goldengo was either 1000 or 100 or 1001. Because, you know, I think there was a video that Pokemon released being like, you know, Goldengo is number 1000, like, because they were celebrating 1000 Pokemon. That sucks. That sucks. I almost got that. Yeah, being the 1000th Pokemon, yeah, it is fitting. It is fitting for Gholdengo. I'm actually glad we can shiny hunt it in this game. With the special scans, it's just gonna suck to try and get it. Once you get it, you're pretty much guaranteed to get it. It's just, you only need 2, and they're genderless, so I only need 2 Shalfers. But, I need 4 Shalfers, because I'm doing the Shalfer decks. Damn, I almost had that. Almost had that completely. I knew I weren't confident on it, but it's fine. Okay, that's fine. What is that? Yeah. Tried to shiny hunt a Gimmighoul for 10 hours straight. On what game? Was it ZA? On ZA or Pokemon Go? Because Pokemon Go, I have Roman form Gimmighoul. I ended up getting a couple, but they had the 9 medals, so you couldn't actually do it. Scarlet? Ooh. Was that when it was in raids? Because I have the raid ones, I just don't like them. Because obviously, they were limited time in the raids. You didn't do it in the raids? You do know Gimmighoul is shiny locked, right? Unless you do it in the raids. That was the only time they unlocked the shiny was during an event, during the raids. I think you only had like roughly a weekend to do it. There we go. Oh, I'm half dumb, half stupid. You're fine. Not everyone knew you couldn't hunt Gimmighoul. The best bit is once you start playing a new game, have a look online because it's probably a good idea to do it because I normally know what's shiny locked and what's not when the games come out just because they get data mined like at least a day or 2 beforehand, and then on release they confirm what's shiny locked. Normally the legendaries are shiny locked. Normally, at least on the Switch's era, it's the legendaries and the starter Pokemon that are normally locked, so you can't reset the starters from the beginning. But yeah, we'll check again in roughly a minute or 2, just to see if we get lucky with a Scatterbug shiny alpha. So hopefully for that. Hopefully we're in enough range to try and get at least another Spinarak. I'm not the type of person that can name the original 151. I'm someone that can name like 20 maybe. I could definitely name all 151, it'd take me a bit to remember them. Just because I've played enough of Let's Go Pikachu Eevee and also the original games that I can name all of 151. Maybe not in the correct dex order, but I can name all 151. Like, obviously the first 9 are super easy to do because it's just the starters. It's Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. Then you got Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Rattata, Raticate, Pikachu, Raichu, Nidoran female, Nidorina, and Nidoqueen, Nidoran male, Nidorino, Nidoking. There are other Pokemon, like you got Ekans Arbok in the original like before 30, so that's fine. But you've also got, you know, Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, Abra, Alakazam, Kadabra, Mewtwo, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, Oddish, Vileplume, Gloom, Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victory Bell, Vulpix, Ninetales, Growlithe, Arcanine. Like, Gen 1's probably the easiest to name off. Unless you're really into, like, a specific generation, you could probably name off that generation's Pokédex. Like, I could pretty much name off most of Generation 3's Pokédex, just because I played way more of that generation than any other. Yeah, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald is Generation 3. The birds didn't come in Hoenn. In the Hoenn region, you got Latias, Latios, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Jirachi, Deoxys. They're the only 7. They're the only 7 legendaries in Gen 3. But in Generation 8, you had the Galarian versions of the Kanto birds. Deoxys is good. I have a shiny Deoxys in Pokemon Home. I need to actually hunt the remaining Deoxys forms, so I need 3 more Deoxys. I need the attack form, I need speed, and I need defense. Which is something I'll hunt. I'll go back to Gen 3 to do that. I'll do it before, like, what? I'll probably do it before they announce the closure of Pokemon Bank, because that's going to be a problem, because there's no other way to get Deoxys. Other than that, I think I have every legendary as shiny that you can legally get at this current time. Let's see, anything that I got? Ah, oh, Wimpod, why are you not Shalfa? Why? Hey. No. I don't want it to run. If that runs, I'm screwed. Come on. Turn around, Wimpod, please. Okay, that works. That works. Oh my god. Oh, that was scary. Let me just move that out the way so I can just check down there. Still only 1 Scatterbug. Then just quickly check over here. You can change its form in Gen 4, I think. Yes, you can. Include, same with... Hey, there we go. Alright, I'm done with Spinarak. I can clear this. Let's clear the Spinaraks real quick. Just to get rid of them. Oh, there's another one. That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's the rocks in Endstone, yeah. Alright, clear these so they're out the way, so I don't accidentally get them. Because I don't need them. Ah, Scatterbug is also there. Kinda cool. Anything following us? Oh. Yeah, it's in Veilstone. Because of the meteorites. It only ever changes because of the meteorites. Alright. This one I will probably trade. Because now I have my Spinarak. I can mark these off. So I no longer need Spinarak. Okay. The ones I need now is just the Scatterbugs, and obviously, if I can get Wimpod as Shalfers, that'd be great. But I've got Wimpod done, so that's the line done. Guess the deck's number 820? 820. I think that's Generation 8. I think that's Gen 8. Might actually overlap to Generation 9. 820. I think the starters start off that way. Hmm. 820 for the Pokédex. Okay, so it's not the starters. I know for the starters, but I don't know if it's what I think it is. It's either the Rookidee line or it's the rodent. I'm guessing Greedon. It's in Gen 9 but doesn't originate from it. Wait, it's in Gen 9 but it doesn't originate from it. I don't think 8. Does Greedon originate from Gen 9? I thought the only Pokemon that didn't originate from Galar was Copperadra, like the elephant, because it's from Eastern Asia. Does I want to look that up. Greedont Pokemon. Where does it originate? Greedont Pokemon, where does it originate? Not looking for a video, I'm looking for... My phone just freeze. I think my phone froze. Oh, close out of that. My phone literally just froze. Thanks. Now, I'm looking for... information. Greedon is a normal Pokemon in the Galar originates from the Galar region. It was first introduced in the 8th generation games. It was in Journeys for series. Journeys took place in all the different areas though. Because there's nothing in the Pokédex that states where Greedon is from. It just says it's from Galar. The only Pokemon that actually has confirmation it's not, like, it doesn't originate anywhere, like, at least in the Galar region, is Copperadra. Cufant originates, but Cufant does. Copperadra doesn't, so, which is kind of weird. So the Copperadra we actually see isn't the Copperadra that we would normally see in, like, in the original. It's the same with Pichu. Pichu originates in Johto, but Pikachu doesn't, which is weird. That means Pichu can evolve into something else in Johto if they were to do that. Unless Pikachu is, like, a Johto-specific Pokemon. Like, normal. It's kind of nice. The only reason I guessed Greedon is because I knew Rookidee was either after, because it's number 20, right? It's number 20 in the actual deck, so after the 3 starters, after 9, it would be the Rookidee line after, which would get us to 12. Then I think it's the Blipbug line, which will get us to 15. Which I don't know what the other 3 is, but I know that, you know, it's definitely, like, it was definitely one of them. It was definitely Greedon or Scorvet. Does it Cleffa not exist in one region, but Clefairy does? Yeah, Cleffa doesn't originate in Generation 1, but it does in Johto, which is Gen 2. Gen 2 introduced a lot of the baby mons, so it makes sense, but Kanto and Johto are combined as a region, because of the Johto region did have Generation, like the Kanto region built into the games. It's weird. It is a weird one. Like, because the Gen 2 games gave you Magby Elekid, which evolve into respectively, like, Electabuzz and Magmar, which also got evolutions in Gen 4 for Magmortar and Electivire. It's the same with Gen 2 introduced Gligar, which got an evolution in Generation 4, which was Gliscor. Gen 2 also introduced Stantler, that got an evolution in Gen 9 for Weirdeer. Elekid's your favorite Babymon? Nice. They're now starting to give certain Pokemon that don't have evolutions in the older games and give them evolutions. Because Hisui gave us Weirdeer, which is good. Which Generation 9 has Stantler, so I do need to try and hunt for Stantler. We'll definitely go back and do some Scarlet and Violet and do some hunts. Please give Marwell a Babymon. I feel like at this point it needs it, just because it's got Mega. Same with Absol. I feel like Absol should have a split evolution. Like, give it a regional form and then give it an evolution. I feel like Absol would benefit from it. They gave Absol another Mega in this game, which ain't bad. I actually like it quite a lot. So yeah, either give Absol a Babymon or give it a regional form similar to Hisuian. What's it called? Like Hisuian. Quillfish. Like Quillfish. Give it a Hisuian form. I don't think Lucario needs another evolution. I don't think so. Just because Lucario's already got a Babymon, which is, you know, Galarian Absol. It's a fairy type. I don't know. I would see it getting like, you know, it would get it like somehow else. It'd be like, you know, whatever the region name is for Generation 10, maybe Absol gets something similar on there, or it gets a regional fake. I wouldn't mind it. Riolu's the only Pokemon I'm missing now as a Shalfa in this game, which wouldn't be bad. But they did confirm Pokemon from ZA will be able to transfer into the later games, not backwards. So I wouldn't be surprised if anything in this game gets a evolution in the future, which means, yay, I gotta get myself at least another Shalfa of whatever that Pokemon is. Like, if they confirm Charmander gets a regional form that's not Charizard and it's different to Charmeleon, then we'll have to go get another Charmander. Stuff like that. Which ain't too bad. It's not something that can't happen, but it's kind of weird. It can definitely happen. For sure. It can definitely. Let's have a look. Have a quick look. Hey, there we go. That's one. Can you only be female? Or am I just getting really unlucky with the... Wimpod. You only be female? Really curious about that. What's your percentage of male and female? 50-50. I'm losing a coin flip. I've lost a coin flip 3 times, and especially with the Shalfa now. That sucks. That generally sucks. Shiny Lucario is nice. I really do like Shiny Lucario. I don't think I'm getting the Scatterbug, which is fine. I don't care for the Scatterbug. Get in the ball. Are you serious? Get in the ball. Okay, cool. Whee! Any of these guys shiny over here? Nope. Ah, you guys have a possibility to shine. Okay. They have a possibility. When I saw it in the New Horizons series, I didn't really like it, but it grew on me. Oh, what, Shiny Lucario? They definitely made Shiny Lucario better in this game, in my honest opinion, compared to Scarlet and Violet, because the yellow looks really weird for Lucario, especially for Mega Lucario. But in this game, they very much fixed Lucario Shiny. They also fixed Slowpokes. I hope that changes in the future as well. Like, it keeps whatever the shiny is in CA, because it's more purple than the weird, like, lighter tone of pink that it has. I just hope they change Nidoqueens. I don't know if they could, but, you know, high possibility. They've been fixing quite a lot of shinies as of recent. Like, they changed Garchomps as well. Garchomps is more noticeable compared to Gengar. Oh, Game Freak won't do it, but I kind of feel like they should do it. I would like a regional form of Ghastly. Just to change Ghastly as a whole. Like, I don't know what you would do. Ghastly is supposed to be a ghost type. Maybe you could change it into a poison type, or you can change it into a fairy type or whatever. Mega Shiny Gengar, though, is great. Yeah, it is. Probably ran past like 12 Shiny Slowpokes. In what game? If you're talking about Scarlet, probably, because they don't make the sound. So the main thing I'm after is just hoping for 2 male shiny Wimpods, hopefully. Because they should spawn back in. I'm going to clear all the Spinneracks just because I don't want any more Spinneracks. But I primarily want the Wimpod. That's the rarest, and I could come back for Scatterbug later. Scatterbug ain't the problem. I could come back to Scatterbug whenever. Same with, like, you know, when I want to go for Cypher, because I'll go for 3 Cyphers, because I could evolve Cypher by evolving it into Sizzle, and then the item for Cleaver. Favorite Pokemon is Eevee. That's my favorite. I have the entire Eevee line as shinies and alphas. It's nice. It's very nice. I love them. Love myself Eevee. Okay. Tetris 99 has another cup where you can win some money, and it's based on New Horizons. Hell yeah. Don't really like Tetris, so, you know. Damn. Yours is Goldengo? Nice. I do like Goldengo. As a Pokemon, I do like Goldengo. I just think its shiny is very lackluster. It should have been silver. Gimmighoul's kind of cool, but because it's stuck in the chest, you can't really see it. Goldengo, on the other hand, should have been like a silver platinum color. Because you go from gold to, you know, silver / platinum. And then, you know, you could have kept the lines as gold. The lines could have been gold, so silver and... Or diamond. Diamond, yeah. Diamond could have been nice. And then you could have kept the gold as the lines on Goldengo. So... I feel Gen 9 was only disappointing because of the lackluster shinies that most of the Pokemon did get. Like the Charcadet line. Huge mistake, and I love Charcadet's evolutions. Like, I love Armarouge, and I love Ceruledge because it's based off the Mega Man, like the Mega Mans. Paldean Tauros is so disappointing. I have all 3 of them. I'm glad I got them. I just need Tauros, which I will be hunting in either Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, or I will be hunting in the DLC for Scarlet Violet. I'm gonna go through the list and actually see what Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet aren't in ZA. Hunt most of the Pokemon in ZA. Oh, you have all the Rotom forms? I'll be hunting them soon in... where is it? I'll be hunting all the Rotom forms in the special scans soon. So hopefully I can get them. Hopefully. I would love that. Resetting in these zones are good, and people that are disappointed in the DLC, I understand their concerns for the DLC, especially for the timed, you know, catching and stuff like that. But once you know what you're doing in the DLC, the chance of you failing shinies is very, very slim. And if you're like me that resets the zones, even though you're guaranteed a shiny when you make these donuts, that's fine. Like, I'm purposely failing some of these shinies so I can go back and hunt the ones I want. That doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, this game's very easy to get shinies. I just want to go for the ones I want. In BDSP, I have all the Rotom forms with the Macargo strat. With Macargo... What's the Macargo strat? What's that? Also, my second favorite Pokemon is Clodsire. I like Clodsire. I think I prefer Clodsire over Quagsire. But I prefer the shiny Quagsire over Clodsire's shiny. But I do like Paldean Wooper. We call him Pooper. Flame Body? Oh. You were breeding for Rotom, weren't you? You were doing Masuda with Flame Body. Rotom's pretty easy to get. You could get outbreaks of Rotom in Scarlet Violet. The only problem in this game I have is to get the Rotoms in this game is gonna be so nightmare. Because it's a special scan. You need, I think, in total, for my Rotoms, what would I need? Because I want to get all the Rotom forms. So, Rotom. So, for the so I need 6 Rotoms in total, because I will need base Rotom. So, and they all need to be alpha in this game, at least. So, base Rotom, and then the appliance versions of Rotom. So, I need Heat, Wash, Frost, Fan, and Mower. I do wish Burmy was in this game, but if I want alpha, like if I want the Shalfa Burmies, I'll try to get them in Legends Arceus, but at the same time, just give us another Legends game that has these Pokemon. Unless they give us a DLC. If they actually drop another DLC that gives us like another 50 plus Pokemon, would not mind that. Took you only like 20 minutes? What, to get all the Rotoms? Damn, your luck must be crazy if you have the Shiny Charm. Because it's 1 in 512 chance. Damn. Mower, oven, fridge, fan, washing machine. I like Rotom Wash. I think it's my favorite. Do you have the Shiny Charm in BDSP? Because I feel like the Shiny Charm's useless. It's really only reliable on Masuda, but from what I've heard, it only actually affects... Oh, you don't have Shiny Charm? Ah. Without the Shiny Charm, Masuda method is only 1 in 683. So you getting it in 20 minutes and getting all the Rotom's forms and stuff like that, that's crazy work. Because I think I kept going over odds, apart from the back-to-back shiny EVs I hatched in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. We will be doing some, what's it called? We will be doing some Legends CA playthroughs either tonight, either we started tonight or we started tomorrow, and it'd be my shiny badge quest I'm doing. Hatch eggs, take two Eternal City, T Galactic Building. Yeah. I know how to get the Rotom appliance forms in Gen 4. Because it was Generation 4 that introduced Rotom, but it was... Rotom's technically Platinum only, because you can't get Rotom in Diamond and Pearl. It weren't until Platinum that they introduced a new Pokemon, which was Rotom in the television in Eternal Forest, like in the like Battle Chateau. You can't get Rotom in Diamond and Pearl. You could get it in Platinum, but you can't get it in Diamond and Pearl. You have to trade it over to Diamond and Pearl to actually do stuff. Oh, post game? Really? They locked Rotom behind post game? Is it still the television, or is Rotom somewhere else? Because in Platinum, you were able to get Rotom as soon as you got cut. Still the television. Ah, why did they lock it behind post-game, but give it to you early in Platinum? That's a weird one. That's actually generally weird. Why'd they decide that, then? I never know what goes through Game Freak's heads. Ever. Well, BDSP is a remake of Diamond and Pearl, so... post-game for BDSP makes sense. Because in Diamond and Pearl, you had to do post-game to actually do most of the decks that you needed for Diamond and Pearl. But it weren't until Platinum that most of the evolutions got introduced. So, like, you know, you had Magmortar, Electivire, I believe Platinum also gave you Heatran, but I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. So the Frigibacks might be kind of annoying just because it's Ice and Dragon. Okay. It's not... Heatran getting a Mega was kind of unexpected for me, but I do like its Mega. It's probably one of my favorite Megas in ZA. Probably. Scolipede, I really like its Mega. I like Mega Raichus. I like them a lot. Specifically, I think I prefer X over Y when it comes to Mega Raichu. I love Lucario's Mega Z. I love the Mega Z Lucario. Especially the shiny. I don't like the non-shiny version just because it looks like Hatsune Miku. But it's fine. I don't mind it, it's just... Why did it keep the same typing as normal Lucario? Kinda eh. Yeah, Raichu got 2 Megas for the DLC, which actually ain't bad. They're not bad in design-wise. But the fact they only keep the electric typing is kind of disappointing. There's only a select few Pokemon that actually change their typing. It's the same with Scolipede. Scolipede is still only Bug and Poison, which is heavily weak to Fire again. I don't know how you change Scolipede's Mega. It does look like it should be a Steel type, but that just makes it 4 times weak to Fire. But oh well, it still easily dies. I saw them, but I didn't know what one's what. Oh, so Mega X has like extra stuff on the ears to make it look like X. Mega Y is the like the one that looks closely resembling Pikachu in design wise. Is there a Rock Ghost Pokemon? That's a good question. Rock and Ghost. I know there's Ghost and Ground, which is Yamask, Galarian Yamask. That's a good question. Do we have Ghost and Rock as a type? I don't think we do. I don't think we have a Ghost and Rock. Do we have a Ghost Rock? Pokemon? No. At the moment, no. There are, as of the current generation up to Pokemon Generation 9, there are no Pokemon with the dual typing Ghost and Rock. The only Pokemon that can resemble Ghost and Rock would be Cursula. But I think Cursula is... Wait, is Galarian Cursula Rock and Ghost? Hold on. Cursula. What type are you? Oh, you're just pure Ghost. Okay, that sucks. You could have been Rock Ghost. Galarian Cursula and Cursula could have been Rock Ghost. Damn. That sucks. That actually really much... That sucks. Yeah, so no. Hey, 2 of them. 1. Okay, I've got 1. Okay, I have to go up. Sorry, Wimpod. Okay. Oh, I got 1. Alright. Save. Maybe we'll get a Rock and Ghost type during Generation 10. Maybe. Okay, so you... down here, my good friend. And then you... I have 1 now. Just gonna put these in my trading ones. Okay. Okay. That's filling up. I guess we'll put them there now, since that's filling up. We need them to spawn back in. Need more. How have I... Let me catch this... Let me catch this fucker. Scatterbug, where you going? I guess if I wanted to reset Spinnerack and, like, the thingies, I could. Okay, these guys are back. Let's clear them out. Alright, let's clear them. Very nice, Pyro. You're doing good. What types do we not have? We don't have Bug Dragon. Like, Steel. We still don't have Bug Dragon. But off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. You need to go there. Scatterbug, huh? I already have the entire Scatterbug line. I could evolve you, actually. Could evolve that one into the Vivian. Could very much evolve that into the Vivian. Okay, so... let's wait the 3 minutes and then we reset. I feel like Appling could have been Bug Dragon. Yeah, but it's Grass Dragon, right? Let's wait for the other Wimpods to actually spawn. Because we do naturally need the other Wimpods because I have more chance for them to, you know, arrive. I think the Scatterbugs I'll ignore. Once we get the final Wimpod, we will leave the zone because I feel like the Scatterbugs ain't shining at all. Thank you, Tenor. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. I don't care for the Pokeballs just because I'm maxed out already on the points, so the points ain't bothering me this time around. The only time I do it is when I'm in the later zones trying to get certain berries. So I can make more of those donuts. Okay, there's 2. I heard a shiny, I think. Did I? I need to get rid of that stream elements. I might start streaming on Kick again, but I really don't want to. It's really bad. Okay. Come on, Wimpod. Oh no, it's great. It's great. Great to chat with people. Oh, don't look at me. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of dudes. Okay, let's reset. They're all back. It should be fine. Kick is just basically a Twitch clone, as in streaming apps, but it's worse than it should be because of all like controversy and stuff like that. Hey, no worries, Tenor. I will be live probably tomorrow and the rest of this week pretty much as well, so stick around. Oh, it's 10:30 for you? Ooh, wait, it's 10:30 for you. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's Australia, but it's currently 8:30 for them. It's 10:30. Hey, good night, Tenor. Okay, let's see now. Oh, New Zealand? Ah, that makes sense. You are 2 hours ahead. Yeah, New Zealand's 2 hours ahead of Sydney. Oh. Have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you in the later streams I do. Because I'm normally streaming later. It's just today I decided to stream early. Yeah, no, that is true. It's true. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That's so close. Okay. Guess we'll just check in like another 10-15 minutes and just see what shines around this area. Ah. Come on, game. LEGO announces a new smart brick at CES. Build a tiny computer into 4x4 bricks. Come alive by lighting up and making sounds. Triggered by NFC smart tags inside smart LEGO tiles and minifigs. LEGO built its own ASIC chip, fits into brick studs and smartphone app. Oh, that's kind of cool. They're gonna overcharge for it, but you know. Kind of neat. Damn, I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. Gains purple tears, her eyes and that's cool. That's a nice touch. It's kind of cool. Hmm. Okay. While that does its thing, see if I can do this real quick. Wow. Yes. Did he say do creator support? Yep. Okay, support. Okay. I guess I can do this one. I guess. Guess that one will be fine. Yep. Subject. Victor. What is that? Support a creator. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, I can't spell. I can't spell shit. Cool. Should be fine. Minimize that. That. Hello, Green. How are you? How are you, Green? Alright, let's have a look. Let that reset and let's have a look. None of those. None of those. None of the scatties. None of the scatty bugs. I will quickly get rid of the Spinnerax if they have spawned back. They have spawned back. Okay. That's the wrong Pokemon. Okay. Ouch. Why me? Play. Is ZA worth the price? It's not worth the full price that it's got? No. Definitely not worth the full price it's got. In my honest opinion, even the spin-off game that is confirmed is not even worth the price. I think for the price of the base version... I think for the base version of the price of ZA normally should be the price of the game and the DLC combined. Should be. But the game is good for what it is. So if you do pay the price, it's like, you know, you're not going to be disappointed in it, but you are you are paying a lot more for the game. The game is fun. I don't think the DLC is worth the price that it's got. I think the DLC should be a lot cheaper. Should have been at most maybe $12.99, roughly. It should not have been 25 quid. But oh well, it is what it is, and the DLC is fun for what it is. So I'm not complaining too much about it. There are problems with the game, but not to the extent of like graphics or anything. This game is the most, like, it's probably the second best looking game after Let's Go Pikachu Eevee in terms of design. In terms of the 3D for, like, you know, Lumino City and stuff, it's fine. Yes, certain buildings have the flat textures and stuff like that, but most people don't really see that issue, myself included. I don't care for it. I don't want realistic textures for the game. That's not why I play Pokemon. I play for just, you know, the game itself. But if I'm not mistaken, this game didn't cost anywhere near the amount of what Scarlet and Violet costed when it first came out. So it's still probably better than that. New MSI RTX 5090 Lightning Z requires a 16,000 watt PSU for the whole PC. You... What? See, my PC don't even burn through 800 watts. It doesn't need that much power. No computer needs more than 1,000 watts of power. Like, I'm not even upgrading my PC anytime soon. I think the only upgrade I'm going to be paying for is probably the Steam machine, and that's going to be used as portable PC, so I can take it anywhere I want. It is the smallest type of PC. It's not bad. My editing software is going to go on there and all sorts. Nintendo Switch 2 is not overpriced. If you think the Switch 2 is overpriced, don't ever buy an Xbox or PlayStation. Ever. Don't. Switch 2 is basically borderline fine in terms of price. If you're thinking on handheld-wise, maybe it's overpriced for a handheld, but it's basically like 100 more than the original Switch. Do you think the Switch 2 is overpriced? No. No. Not at all. For someone who owns the Xbox and PlayStations as well, I think the PlayStation 5 is the most overpriced console you could get. Maybe Xbox at this current day and age, just because pricing has gone up for a lot of stuff because of RAM, because of shortages of like RAM and stuff like that. I think Xbox is probably the most like overpriced console in this current day, but you can't even get a PC now. Like, people who want to build PCs can't even get a PC now because of how overpriced the RAM is. At least DDR5 RAM. DDR4 RAM is still the same price it's ever been, so I guess people could still decently get a good PC in this day and age. Actually, is that the case? Is DDR4 RAM still pretty cheap? I'm gonna go on Amazon, because obviously Amazon checks that. DDR4 32 GB RAM. Have you gone up in price? No, they're still the same price. Okay, so if I want to upgrade my computer, I'm sticking to DDR4 RAM, I think. Which I could. I could upgrade my RAM. It is something I want to. What is my RAM? Because I want to go 64 gig of RAM. It's not 32 gigs. 64 gig of RAM. Yeah. Okay, 64 gig of RAM is still what it would be in this day and age. I think it's gone up a little bit for 64 gig, for 32 gig of RAM. I don't know. I don't know if, what was my RAM that much when I paid for it? I don't remember. I remember my RAM being pretty expensive at the time. It might have been 150. Maybe it's gone up by like 50, but I don't think it's gone up as much as people think it has for like DDR4, because that's the only thing I need to upgrade. It's probably my storage. Maybe I'll get a new motherboard for my current computer and then just rebuild it with a brand new case. I would not be against upgrading my current PC to that and then switching to maybe AMD instead of Intel. I wouldn't mind. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not bad. My PC's fine, and it will probably last me another 3 to 4 years. I don't really play anything intensive anymore, and I'm probably not going to be playing anything that intensive for years to come. Because the only thing I really play is basically just my Nintendo Switch. I do play Steam games, but most of the Steam games run fine on my computer. I don't play anything graphically intensive. And I probably never will. Oh. But out of all the consoles you could ever get, the only one overpriced at this current day and age is the PlayStation 5 Pro. That console should not exist. Or at least not have the price it's got. PS5 plays fine, but if people really want, like, if you're console only, I guess, you know, if you have the money, you can burn it on that type of console, but for the price of that console, you can get a fairly decent pre-built PC. Like, it's not bad. The only reason I stick with Nintendo's consoles is because they have the games I play, I enjoy their games, and it's probably the cheapest on the market. I think the Switch 2 is actually... Yeah, no, it is cheaper. So in the UK, the Switch 2 is £150 cheaper, or £125 at this current time, cheaper than the Xbox Series X. And it's probably like £200 cheaper than the PlayStation 5. Which, for a premium console, I think that's fine. 300... What was it, like 420 it's currently at? Like 420 for a premium console, probably the best thing it's ever been. I think it's roughly the price of what the PlayStation 3 was at the time. Like when it came out, was like £400, $350, something like that. It's not bad. This current day in the market, Switch 2 is probably your best bet if you really wanted it. You don't need it. Like, all I'll say is anyone who's trying to if you're considering buying a Switch 2, only get it if there's a game that's going to be locked behind the Switch 2, because the Switch 2, the only exclusive games it's got for itself at the moment is Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World, and obviously Kirby Air Riders. Those are the only Switch 2 titles that are exclusive to the Switch 2. Everything else, you can play your old games and play them better on the Switch 2 because you get better loading times and other stuff, but most people don't need that. Do you think Switch Online should cost money? Everything costs money this day and age. Do I think it should have been? No. It should have been like the DS. The DS was free. I don't mind paying for it. If you have the money to pay for it like I do, I pay for it every year. It's not that big of a deal. I don't pay for online for the PlayStation because I don't play PlayStation at all. Most of their games are on PC, same with Xbox, so I don't pay for their online. I don't mind it. It's the price for their online for the year, I believe, is only $60, but you could actually get it for half the price. And if you're a member for a longer time, you actually get a discount when it refreshes every year. It's not always the same price every year. I think for the first year it is, and then for the second year you have the online, like if you have the reoccurring payment, it actually goes down by a certain percentage. I believe it was like 5% discount you got on your third year of being a member. Because I remember the price kept going down like after the second year, because I paid full price for the second year and then it went down in price. Not by much. It was only by like a couple pound. But I think that's the incentive to get online, is that it does go down as the years go by. And I play a lot of online games on the Switch, so paying for the online's fine. And I don't pay. I think it's fine for paying if you're doing it solo. Switch is definitely the better way to pay for online on a yearly if it's just one person paying. But it's definitely a better deal if you get the family plan and then you pay yearly, because you and your friends can all be on there, or you and family can all be on that plan, and then you're paying for everyone, and then you're not paying all at once. Because I split the money with other people for the online. It's good. It's good. The online should be better, but like not in terms of, you know, the pricing and stuff. The price is fine. But the online should be better in terms of how the games run when you play it with people, because it was really buggy on the Switch 1 when you played online on Smash. It was really bad when playing Mario Kart online when connected to others. It does play fine currently on the Switch too, but I've only ever done Pokemon battles, and I've played a couple of Mario Kart online, like Mario Kart World, and it plays fine. I don't think I've been disconnected on Mario Kart World. The only time I've been disconnected on the Switch 2 was this game, was ZA, and that was when it first dropped with its first ranked play. It hasn't done it since. So, the online's probably worth it way more on the Switch than it is on Xbox and PlayStation. I don't think the Nintendo servers have ever gone down either. So that's probably another thing that makes Nintendo servers a lot better, is that when all the stuff goes down because Cloudflare goes down, the only thing that doesn't is Nintendo servers, because they don't rely on Cloudflare. Which is actually good. It's actually really crazy that everything that relies on Cloudflare does not matter when it comes to Nintendo. Day is it? It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday? If the Switch Online does go up in price anytime soon, it's probably because of all the stuff they're adding to it in the future. But I feel like it's fine. For the price it is, you get so much out of it. You get, depending on what you pay, if you pay the premium one, which is the Switch Online Plus expansion, you get so much out of it that, you know, it's worth it because you get all the stuff. Keep the best girl from me 0, remove the others from the picture. Who did it remove? Why did it keep Amelia? Why did it keep Amelia? That's so sad. Do you think Switch 1 should have had more gigabytes? Storage-wise, I don't think I ever hit the cap on Switch 1. Don't think I ever did. But I did buy a micro SD card, so... Currently on the Switch 2, don't have a micro express SD card because I haven't hit the cap on the storage. I think the Switch 1 should have had more storage, yes, but Switch 2 is fine. 256 gigabytes I think was fine, because you gotta remember, Nintendo games ain't big in storage. Compared to like all the premium titles on like other consoles where they're like 200 gigs of storage. Nintendo's never gonna hit that with their games. I think the highest they've hit is like 15 gigs on at least one of their games, and I think that's Mario Kart World. So it's not too bad. Most of their games ain't even a gig in file size. Most of their games. Ah. Nah, Zelda ain't even 40 gigabytes. It's not even close to that green. Zelda at most is like 12.5 gigs. At most. I could even check that, hold on. Let's have a look. Nope, that's not what I want. I don't think any of the Zeldas are that big in file size. Saying 40 gigs is crazy. Donkey Kong was 10 gigs. ZA is 10 gigs. Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. How big a file size are you? I don't think... 3.5. Tears of the Kingdom is 3.5. That's their most recent Zelda game. Breath of the Wild is 9.5. Why is Breath... Oh, that's the upgrade pack. Okay, okay. What was that? Was that the upgrade pack? That was the upgrade pack. Okay, ignore that. Where's the actual Tears of the Kingdom? Is it this one? Switch 2 version? Oops, shit. Breath of the Wild. Because I don't have Breath of the Wild. I don't care for Breath of the Wild. I played it. Okay, this is the main one. Okay, cool. 20 gigs. Alright, it's 20 gigs. And then, so, say 24 gigs. 24 gigs for Tears of the Kingdom. Still nowhere close to, you know, how big the games would normally be. None of you is shiny. Okay, I'm kind of worried now what's shining and what's not. Nothing is shining here, and I'm kind of worried. Is it the other Pokemon shining? Ah, yes. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I'm gonna keep those guys around, because, you know, that's fine. So, that's kind of weird. That out of all of the things that spawned within like 20 minutes of resetting the area, it was only one of them. Okay. You there. And then... Alright. Reset again now. Let's reset for like another 10-15 minutes. Because this is the only one I need, is the Wimpods. I need one more Wimpod as male, because I have way too many as female, which is fine. This is literally the Litleo situation again, even though I'm just losing coin flip over and over. With Litleo, it's like 1 in 10 chance you get of getting a male. Pyro would be interesting to try and get. What's there eggs in there? What? Huh. Nintendo consoles ain't losing personality, they're fine. The Switch 2 just came out not even a year ago now, it's just been over 6 months. Like, we're definitely gonna get newer versions of the Switch 2. Like, we're gonna get, you know, we're gonna eventually get OLED versions, probably custom versions as well. Like, we'll get a Mario one, probably in the Mario Anniversary gets confirmed. Generation 10 for Pokemon, we'll probably get a Switch 2 edition, which, that's gonna be fun to pick up for collection purposes. Like, if anything, I think PlayStation is losing personality. Just because, why did they think it was a good idea to release a full white console when most people's consoles are all on their, like, their desks and stuff? I'm actually glad they released, you know, like a nice, like, matte black version of the Switch 2. It's nice. It's a very nice console. It feels nice. It feels premium compared to the original Switch that just felt more plasticky. Even the original Switch feels good. Like, the Tears of the Kingdom OLED is probably the best looking OLED Switch to this day. The only difference is obviously it's Joy-Cons and then the dock is different, but, you know, it's what it is. Like, people want themes on the Switch 2. Themes would be fine, but you're primarily playing the games. You're not playing, you know, the Switch and stuff for themes. Like, yes, there were themes on the 3DS. You can make your own custom themes and also put them on the DS, but I don't play the DSs to have themes on it. The original DSs didn't have themes. I don't think the Nintendo Wii or the Wii U had themes. I think the Wii U had themes, but I don't think the Wii did. The GameCube didn't have themes. N64 didn't have themes, you know, stuff like that. I think people nitpick just to nitpick. Yes, some things can be better, but you gotta remember, if the Switch had themes, it'd probably be more on the internal storage, so you would have to eventually buy, you know, a micro SD card and stuff like that. I'm currently waiting to see if I can get a micro express 1TB micro SD for the Switch 2. So, 1TB micro SD express card. Yeah, it costs 200 quid for one of those. I don't mind spending that. It's not bad, but it's like, I don't need it currently. Okay, that's a normal micro SD card. I know the Switch 2 has some micro SD cards. They have the Mario looking ones, which you can get a 256GB ones. You could either get Samsung or you get SanDisk. Maybe 256 is fine, because I'll be double my current storage. I don't think Nintendo consoles are losing personality at all. I think people who think that just don't understand that consoles don't need personality at all. In my honest opinion, yes. I think it could handle, not to the extent of PlayStation 6/7 or even the current gen Xbox, because people got to realize the Switch 2, in terms of power capabilities and graphical capabilities, is on par with the Series X and S of consoles, but loses a little bit from the PlayStation 5. So yes, I think it could handle GTA 6. Do I think it would come to the Switch? No. We have the trilogy, like the definitive trilogy on the Switch 1, and you can play it on Switch 2 because it got an upgrade for it. But do I think we'll get it? Probably not. Not for like maybe a year after kind of thing. Which I don't mind. I don't mind waiting. Like, you know, I'm not going to play it on the Switch. It's not my type of game to play on the Switch. I play the Switch for Nintendo games. Do I think I'll get Resident Evil? Maybe. Might pick up Resident Evil next month. Might be something that'd be kind of fun to pick up. But those type of games, like the FPS games and also GTA as a whole, they're not games that should be put on Nintendo systems. Yes, it'd be good just for people that kind of want to play it on the systems. But at the end of the day, Nintendo's consoles are aimed towards children primarily because of like Mario, Pokemon, Kirby, Splatoon. I guess you can kind of claim Splatoon, Zelda. Like, a lot of games are aimed for kids, but adults like them as well, because there's a genre for everyone on the Switch, but the target audience is kids. That's why the prices of like the consoles are lower than they should be. Because if you're asking for the consoles to be, you know, higher in price, you are asking for the games to also go higher in price. And that's the reason the games are higher in price now, because of inflation compared to the consoles. Because I think it's bad that PlayStation 5 Pro is pretty much like £700, £800, which is over $1,000 for most people in like the United States or Canada or anywhere else outside of Europe. And then you've got games that are costing like 80, 90, like nowadays. Nintendo has only just raised most of their premium titles now to around, I think it's 70 quid, which is roughly $80. I don't mind. I have the money to spend on the products. Do I agree that the game should be that price? No, they should not cost anywhere more than 50 in my honest opinion. Like premium games should be 50, like the Mario games, Pokemon games, stuff like that. They should be 50. And then all the spin-off game, like, you know, all of the third-party games and stuff should be no more than 25, 30. That should be borderline what the game should cost. But I have no problem with paying what the games are. I'll pay 100 for like GTA and stuff like that because I've been waiting that long. I'm not going to play GTA on launch because that's just not my thing. Until my friends have like GTA 6 and stuff like that, then I'll get the game. I don't play GTA for the story. I played GTA 5 primarily just to fuck around and play with my friends. But that's that type of game. I don't mind paying whatever price for a game as long as I'll enjoy it. The only game that gave me disappointment on Nintendo's end was Metroid Prime 4. That's the only game that gave me disappointment. That's the only game I feel like I wasted my money on. But I've never really had a problem with most of Nintendo's games. It's the same with Kirby. Like, Kirby's fun. Kirby is very fun. I need to go back and actually complete the DLC for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And then I need to go back to Kirby Star Allies, I think it is, like DX. I gotta go back to that. Very, very excited for that type. Okay, clear that. Clear that. Whap. Whap. Don't need that. Thank you. Okay. The game can give me some, who would you say is more iconic, Mario or Sonic? Mario. Definitely Mario. The more popular is definitely Mario, and same with, because Sonic don't do well. It does well overseas, it does not do well in Japan. It's the whole reason Sonic ain't as big as it used to be. I don't think Sonic was ever big in Japan. The movies definitely made it more popular, like, as it is now. But Sonic has never really been popular in any way. Like, compared to Mario. There's certain aspects of Mario and Sonic that I prefer more over the other. Like, with the Sonic games, I like Sonic 06. I like Sonic Mania, even though that weren't made by Sega, so I can't really say that's a Sega-made game. It was just published by them. Sonic 06 is definitely my favorite Sonic game. Sonic Adventure 2 is a good game. Like, it's up there. It is a good game. It's very buggy, though, for what it was at the time, and it still is to this day. But Sonic doesn't really have big games that I generally like, and I prefer Sonic as in the movies, but I prefer Mario as in the franchise, because at least with Mario, I can play the Mario games and enjoy them. With the Sonic games, it's mostly miss after miss. Sonic Frontiers was a good step in the right direction, but it still didn't land for me. But, you know, if Sega can pull off a really good... Because it's Sonic's anniversary, right? It's like, what is it, 35th anniversary for Sonic this year? If they can land with a really good upcoming game for the anniversary this year, then maybe Sonic can maybe be on par to Mario, but you can't even put Sonic and Mario on par anymore. It's always Mario's gonna be better than Sonic. Sonic needs to compete with something else. Like, Sonic needs to compete with, like, the other type of Sega games, such as what other games have Sega made that could kind of compete with Sonic? Kind of nothing. I don't think Sega has really hit anything out of the park recently. But yeah, Mario's more Sonic. Mario's definitely more iconic and definitely better than Sonic, but to each to their own. Like, most people will prefer Sonic. Oh, Sega made Monkey Ball? I guess, but Monkey Ball is niche. Like, not everyone likes Monkey Ball. I enjoy Monkey Ball, but not everyone enjoys Monkey Ball. Like, I guess if Monkey Ball was more popular, I think it'd definitely be better than Sonic in this day and age. But it's very niche. Not everyone's gonna know about Monkey Ball. It's similar to Kirby. Not everyone knows about, like, they know Kirby as in, like, the character Kirby, but not everyone has played the Kirby games. But people who have played the Kirby games very much enjoy the Kirby games. I love them. I love the Kirby games. It's the same with the Metroid games. The only disappointment is just Metroid 4. That's it. That's my only disappointment. Love Metroid Dread. Love the original Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. It's just sometimes most games either hit or miss. It's just one of those situations where it's like the games are either going to land for people or they're not going to land for people. Just kind of have to see what you enjoy. Like, not everyone, like, there are people that just don't enjoy the Nintendo games, even though there is a game for everyone with this. But it is what it is. It's disappointing, but if Sonic was more popular in Japan, I think Sonic definitely would have been at least a good contender / rival to Mario in terms of the character itself in popularity, but not the games. If the games still released the way it did before Frontiers came out, then yeah, Frontiers is a good step in the right direction, but just the Sonic games just need more, like, more to do. Like, if they were to remake Sonic Adventure 2, they need to remake it from the ground up and just make sure none of these bugs actually happen for Sonic Adventure 2, and then you probably get more. But there's so much controversy with Sega and, you know, the people who made the music, like Crash. It's all over the place. I don't think we'll ever get a decent Sonic game that people will respect in this day and age. It's only really the movies that are keeping the Sonic character afloat, like, to this day. It's disappointing, but it is what it is. Sonic is, like, slowly dying. I think the only thing Sega has made popular in this day and age is Hatsune Miku. That's it. That's probably their new big thing that they have is Hatsune Miku. Because it's big in, like, it's mega big in Japan and, you know, overseas. So if anything, if Sega wanted to rebrand and not have Sonic their mascot, it would be Hatsune Miku. And I think that's why they put Hatsune Miku into the Sonic like Sonic stuff. Because you see like Nintendo collabs with Sega with Sonic, but they have collabed, like, at least Game Freak has collabed a lot with Hatsune Miku in Japan, with, like, the Pokemon X, you know, Hatsune Miku concerts. That does well. Like, that generally does well. I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually get, you know, like, an outfit that's Hatsune Miku based in one of the future Pokemon games. Like, Mega Lucario Z looks like Hatsune Miku, which is kind of wild to think about. Okay, you guys ain't shiny. I didn't want to do that. I want to see. All I need to know is if any of... Oh. That's kind of funny. Thanks, game. Why do you keep giving me the female ones? I don't think Sega has made any other massive franchise like Sonic. Okay, so in terms of franchise, no. In terms of character, yes. Because Hatsune Miku is now their most popular thing, like, for them. But Hatsune Miku ain't a franchise. It is definitely just a standalone thing. But Hatsune Miku has always been big. Oh, of course you shined. Of course you shined. Okay, let's clear this out real quick. Clear this. Hey, Spinnerack. Let that clear, and then we can reset the area again. But I have a Spinnerack that will just go there. Do you think Kirby is underrated? Oh, definitely. Kirby is definitely underrated. Kirby definitely needs to be more popular, but, you know. Not everyone's gonna like it. There's always gonna be something people don't like. Like, a lot of people don't like Mario, even though Mario is the most successful and popular character for Nintendo. Not everyone likes Pokémon. And not everyone likes Zelda. But most Nintendo fans, they know about Mario. Even if you don't like Mario, you know about Mario, you know the name. Not people who don't like Pokemon know about Pokemon. People who don't like Zelda still know a lot about Zelda, even though most people think Zelda is Link, and, you know, Zelda, and Link is Zelda, because, you know, the title of the games. It is what it is. It's one of those things. But, yeah, no, Kirby is definitely underrated. 100%. Like, Kirby should be one of the big, like, maybe the big four of Nintendo. Like, you have Mario, you have Zelda, you have... Well, in this day and age, Pokemon is the most successful for Nintendo. Mario is third. Zelda is second. So their top three is Mario, Zelda, and, you know, Pokemon. Kirby should be fourth, but we know Kirby ain't fourth. It's most likely Metroid. I think Metroid is fourth. Hold on, what is their top? What's their top five? Top five Nintendo franchises. What's their top five? Wow, that sucks. Okay, so it's Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, then it's Animal Crossing and Splatoon. Animal Crossing I kind of understand, but Splatoon? That is crazy. But if we're going off best-selling franchises of all time as of September of 2023, I don't think we've got anything for 2024 or 5. It's Mario, it's Mario, Pokemon, the Wii series, so the Wii Sport, like the Wii Sports series, and then it's Zelda and Donkey Kong, which is kind of nuts. Kirby's not, Kirby's in top 10. Yeah, Splatoon's number 5. Splatoon is 5th. I could understand Animal Crossing just because of New Horizons definitely made it way more popular than it should have been. But Splatoon's a weird one for me. Like, specifically weird. You would think Kirby would be number 5 at least. But no, Kirby's 7th in the top 10s. At least it's top 10, so it's still relevant. Kirby's still relevant, but... Please, put Kirby above Splatoon. Like, how is Splatoon more popular than fucking Kirby? Like, how? I understand Mario, Pokemon, and Zelda being the top 3 of the Nintendo franchises, but you know... Oh, did that get dented? Oh no, that's just the design of that. Okay, it's on both. Kind of funny. Splatoon is wild to me, being like in their top 5. That is wild. That is so wild to me. I generally don't know how I feel about that. I've played Splatoon. I don't enjoy it. I really don't. I got Splatoon 3 off a friend. No, I brought Splatoon 3. I think Splatoon 2 was gifted to me from a friend. I've never played the first one. I played a bit of Splatoon 3, but I played quite a bit of Splatoon 2 because I was just playing with friends. But I don't see the popularity of like the Splatoon series. I really don't. I guess it's like the Call of Duty or Battlefield of like Nintendo, I guess. I guess. I guess it's basically that, right? Basically the FPS genre of, like the Nintendo version of FPS. Kinda sucks, though. Like, Kirby being, lower than Splatoon feels so wrong to me. Like, it generally does feel wrong. Do you think Splatoon 3 and 2 will die when Splatoon 4 comes out? Oh, 100%. 100%. Splatoon 3 just about killed Splatoon 1, just because I think they also turned off the servers for those on the Wii U. Splatoon 2 is dying, and Splatoon 3 is currently dying as well. It's still got its player base, but it is dying. When Splatoon 4 comes out, because they're doing Splatoon Riders, that's definitely going to take the player base off as well. Because we have no clue what Splatoon Riders is. We don't know if it's going to be a spin-off, and it's similar to Mario Kart in the vein of like Splatoon. So you have Splatoon racing game, which is kind of funny. And then Splatoon 4, if that comes out either next year or the year after, that definitely kills Splatoon 3 and 2. It'd definitely kill it. It's sad to, you know, hear about it and stuff like that, because, you know, the player base for Splatoon 3 was big when it first came out. And it's the same with the Kirby franchise. Kirby is never big where it will sell millions of copies. I don't even know how Air Riders has done so far in, like, terms of... Like, it came out in November. Kirby Air Riders sales. See the sales for Air Riders. Nearly 200,000 physical copies in its first week. That is nuts. Saw a much lower performance in the UK, debuting at 12th, and is considered a significant hit in Japan due to the newer Switch 2 console base. Okay. The original Air Riders sold 1.35 million on the GameCube, but that's on the GameCube. I'm surprised it didn't even reach half of that. That's nuts. To be fair, ever since the Switch and the DS era, I don't think people have cared too much for Kirby, so it's definitely on the vein of like underrated. Definitely Kirby is underrated for sure. It sucks, but it is what it is. I want Kirby to at least rival, like, Zelda and, you know, like, definitely Donkey Kong and Zelda, I want it to rival. But even Donkey Kong, it was dying, like, for the longest time. Donkey Kong was dying, but it's definitely up there now because of Bonanza. Like, Bonanza's a good game, but they definitely killed it more when they announced 20 quid worth of DLC, but it was just like a trials thing. Like, it was like time trials thing. Have you seen for Kirby anime? And if you have, is it good? Is it the Kirby Show one? Like, that aired years ago? Like, I think it aired around the time Mario 60... the Mario World anime was going on. I enjoyed the Mario World TV show. Like, the anime when that came out. Because that was airing, I think, like, it was either Cartoon Network, or it was on the Boomerang side. I don't remember. But that aired for a while during my childhood, and then it just stopped. But I've never watched the Kirby anime, no. So I can't get anything off that. Like, it's definitely a weird one for sure. I don't know. Oh, DLS 4.5 will improve Nvidia's already industry best upselling for Switch 2. Oh, have we already got DLS 4.5 on Switch 2? I guess we're gonna get an update eventually. Ooh, we just got the we just got the model reveal for Pikachu in the leaks, and I don't like how round his head is. Please, for the love of God, please say that's an early build of the Pikachu model, because if they reveal that on Pokemon Day, I don't know how... I'm gonna feel about that Pikachu model. I don't like it at all. The body's the same. The only thing that throws me off is the ear, like the ears. I don't know how you can mess up Pikachu's ears. It's the face. Why does it look like a fucking soccer ball? I don't like that. I really don't like that Pikachu model. Really don't. You think Sega could make a comeback? No. No. They have to hit it off with Sonic. They have to. Like, Sega ain't dying because they've got Hatsune Miku. They have Miku saving their ass at the moment. The day Miku dies is the day Sega dies. Like, there's nothing Sega can do to actually come back to what they're already at. They've already hit a low with Sonic. The only way to come back is you have to hit it off with Sonic. You have to. You need the rival of Mario to basically come back, because at the time of the crossovers when we had the Olympic Games for Mario and Sonic, they were like, Sonic was at its probably popular at that point, was the Olympic Games. But the Olympic Games don't do as well as they used to. So for Sega to come back, Sonic needs to be a hit. It needs to be a hit in Japan, and it needs to be a hit overseas. It has to. Even if they come back and do like the platforming version of Sonic, I don't think a 3D Sonic will ever do as well as it did, ever really did with like Sonic Adventure. The only way they would come back is if they release a Sonic Adventure 3. If they release Sonic Adventure as a, you either do a collection of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, that will do the fans for a while, and then make Sonic Adventure 3. That's the only way they come back. The only way Sega could ever come back for that. It's the same with PlayStation. At this point, PlayStation is dying, at least for me, because they're not making any exclusive games for their console for me to have to go to them. Because all their games eventually come to PC, like nowadays. Like, they've stopped doing exclusive gaming themselves. Like, Microsoft has done it already, where they stop their exclusive games and it comes straight to PC. But because at this point in time, I think consoles are dying. Not to the extent of, like, people ain't buying them and stuff, but PlayStation and Xbox, I think, will die off very quickly now that they're... Like, Xbox has died. We know Xbox died, like, years ago. There are people that will still buy their consoles because they want to. Like, you know, the 360 was probably their best thing they've ever done for consoles. But then they killed it with the Xbox One and the Series. Their consoles look fine, but it's the fact that all their Xbox games come to PC day one. Because PC is definitely taking over, for sure. But when it comes to the console wars, Nintendo wins. And it ain't even a war. At this point, they've just been defeated for years. Nintendo always wins with their consoles. Best-selling console to date now, I think the PlayStation 2 has lost. I think with the Switch sales, I think the Switch beat the beat PlayStation 2 in terms of sales. So... And currently, I think the Switch 2 definitely outsold the Xbox consoles. I think it's just about to beat the PlayStation 5 in terms of sales. It beat the PlayStation 5 Pro because barely anyone got that anyway. But I'm not 100% sure if it beat the PlayStation 5 in terms of sale yet. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like what else do you do? Hello. You really don't like me, huh, game? Stop. Like, come on, stop making me lose the coin flip. Okay, I need you guys to spawn back in because I got barely any of them spawning in now. So we'll run around and then I think we're just gonna reset everywhere else for a little while. Okay, they're not spawning as shiny, which is kind of annoying. Have you guys spawned shiny? Because I know you can. Oh, there is a shiny scatterbug. I didn't see you at all. Okay, scatterbug. There we go. I didn't see scatterbug at all. Okay, there we go. There's currently three. There's currently 3 of those guys, so that should be fine. That should be fine. I guess we could do it for an extra 20 minutes and see what shines, what doesn't. I was very much hoping that we would be done by now so we can go to a different area. Once I get this last male Wimpod as a shiny, we can leave the zone to go somewhere else. Like to do like fairy types, rock types, or water types. I really want Totodile, so I need to hope for Totodile at some point. But I'm fine with fairies because we can try and get Spritzy and Slurpuff. Get both of them. Do you think Nintendo could make a new big game like Splatoon? Oh, definitely. Nintendo likes to try new things quite often. Splatoon was just one of those games that just blew out of nowhere for like the Wii U era. They can definitely make another big game, but part of me feels like it won't be anytime soon. Like, the Switch is probably the best way to actually bring in something new and then blow it out the park. But their best sellers is Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. Those are the best 3. They will always sell well generally. Even if Zelda never used to sell as big as it did with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So with the Zelda anniversary this year, they really got to kind of hit it big. Even if they tease their next game, but they bring out like remakes or whatever, that's fine. I feel like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker might get full HD. Like, we might even get a Zelda collection game this year, similar to how Mario did the 3D All-Stars. We might get that again, but you know, Zelda based. So Zelda might come out with, like, you get Skyward Sword as fully remade, you get Twilight Princess, you get Wind Waker all remade. I feel like that could happen. I also think a new Luigi's Mansion is also on the horizon. Like, we're probably not going to get a Nintendo Direct for at least another 2 to 3 months. I think April is our best bet for a Nintendo Direct. They might even give us one in March. Like, February. Recent Directs have shown that we can get one as early as February. Never in January. Always February is the earliest. And then March, April, May is the more time we get. So within the next 2 to 3 months. If we get one next month, that's even better. But as long as they don't drop one in May, I'll be happy. Because my only concern is I'm going to Japan in May. So I don't want them releasing a Nintendo Direct in May. Because I like to react to them. It sucks while I'm in Japan reacting to the Direct. Like, we've got something Nintendo being revealed because Pokemon Day is next month. So Pokemon will show off everything they want to show off that's coming out this year. As long as Pokemon releases a new Pokemon, like, they either announce a new Mystery Dungeon, or because it's switched to a new Pokemon Ranger game, or if they really want to blow it out the like water for us, they reveal a new Pokemon Rumble game. But but I will probably post my reactions online, like my predictions online, like on my socials, about the Pokemon Presents maybe a couple days before. But I have a few things. We know Gen 10's getting confirmed. We know damn well Gen 10's getting like, confirmed. It's the 30th anniversary. There's no way they don't do Generation 10. But I do think we might be getting, like, the virtual consoles and stuff like that. That's my hope. For the 30th anniversary, I hope for the virtual consoles. And maybe they decided not to do Colosseum and Darkness, and they're remaking, like, not remaking, but they're bundling Colosseum and Darkness as a game that will connect to Pokemon Home. And the only way to do that is to build, like, put the games on, like, like a Switch card or digital download that you can get, and then it connects that way. Because I think it's a lot harder to do virtual console games to connect to Pokemon Home, like, via the Nintendo online systems. Do you think any fighting game could be as good as Smash Bros? Nope. Warner Brothers tried it, it failed miserably. Multiverses failed. All-Star Brawl is doing alright, but it's not as big as Smash. I feel like if anything can beat Smash, it's another Smash game. I don't think anything can ever beat Smash Bros. Like, if another Smash does come out, I don't know what you do after Ultimate. Do you reset it? Like, do you kind of reboot Smash Bros? Because Sakurai said he's done, like, with Smash Bros. Like, so you could kind of semi-reboot Smash Bros. Maybe get the license for a few characters, and then just kind of build off there, because then the next game can bring back all those characters, including the licenses for those characters, and then you build off that, and you just keep going. But they could always do Smash Bros. Ultimate, like, Deluxe. They could always do that. And it's not Sakurai that does it. Like, you know, Nintendo does it. And they just bring more characters. Like, they bring an extra 10 or so characters into that game. And then just do DLC waves after that again, if they really wanted to. But I think the reason they're not doing it is because Sakurai doesn't want to make it, and also the people who voted for Sora to come in, they won't be returning, which is, you know, I would say start from scratch. Like, at least with Smash Bros, start from scratch, but build upon what made Smash Bros good in the first place, at least with Brawl and Smash 4. Hey, Greenhead, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. There's definitely some things that should try to match with the Smash Bros player base, because, you know, I think the closest to the Smash Bros player base was probably, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ, but you wouldn't even classify that with that genre of, like, Smash Bros, because Dragon Ball FighterZ is similar to the Street Fighter vein, like the, you know, like, arcade type of games. So, it depends. Nintendo can definitely release something that's similar to Smash Bros, and it can, like, still be popular. But I think they need to do a Mario Kart game that's just a Nintendo racing game. That will do well, because you bring all the characters from all the past, present, like, past and present games of Nintendo, and let them race. Like, seeing Samus race would be kind of cool. Seeing Kirby in those type of racing games would be nice. And just incorporate different racing things in those respective things. Yeah, like a Nintendo Kart, but you wouldn't call it Nintendo Kart. I doubt they'd call it that. They wouldn't take the Mario Kart name. They would definitely call it something else, but they will have to call it something that will catch people's eyes. But I could definitely see maybe Metroid get something similar to that. It'd be kind of cool to see Metroid have a racing game. Like, you got Kirby, like, with the Kirby racing game, it's called Kirby Air Ride or Riders. And then Sonic had that, but Sonic's got Crossroads now, which is, you know, the player base died for that game very quickly. But yeah, I can definitely see them make, like, a Sonic car, especially since they've now announced a racing game for Splatoon, which should be coming out this year, because it did say 2026. So I see that happening. What other Nintendo games could they release? Like, we've got so many anniversaries this year, I doubt they'll try anything too over the top. They'll definitely try something with Mario. Just because it is Mario's anniversary. Like, I think it's 35th. I think Luigi's Mansion is... What anniversary is Luigi's Mansion this year? Luigi Mansion... Anniversary. Anniversary. It's the 24th at, Oh. Okay, so it's the 25th anniversary of Luigi's Mansion this year. Because it dropped 2001. So there is a chance we get a new Luigi's Mansion game. And it was the year of Luigi back in 2013. Which was the 30th, so it's the 40th anniversary for Luigi back in 2023. So they could. When was Luigi's Mansion 3? If it was 2023, I'll be surprised. Pre-release. 2019 was Luigi's Mansion 3. Is that old? I don't remember it dropping 2019. At least 2020 I thought it dropped. Damn, it's older than I thought it was. Would you consider a Tetris Pac-Man and Mega Man Nintendo characters, even though some of them are made by Capcom? I wouldn't classify Tetris as Nintendo. Same with Pac-Man. Pac-Man I always knew was Capcom, but I wouldn't consider... Pac-Man has been on Nintendo consoles more than any other platform, so maybe. Maybe I could classify Pac-Man, but not Tetris. I wouldn't classify Tetris I wouldn't classify as a character. Just because Tetris is just Tetris. Like, it's kind of hard. Like, Pac-Man, you could kind of go either or, being like, maybe we can classify Pac-Man as a Nintendo character, but I don't know. It's the same with Mega Man, right? Mega Man's Nintendo, but also Capcom. Or is it Bandai? Because there's a new Mega Man game coming out, right? They confirmed that in the recent direct. Mega Man game. Was that during... It was during Xbox's thing, right? Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection is launched in 2020. March 27th. No, it weren't Sega that announced it. It was during Gamescom. Like the Game Awards. During the Game Awards, a new Mega Man. And I think that's either Bandai or Capcom. Like, they really got to hit it out the park with Mega Man if they want to revive Mega Man. Because every other Mega Man game has failed miserably. Let's actually see. Is it Capcom? Mega Man. Capcom. Yeah. Okay. If Mega Man doesn't hit it out the park, Capcom just Like, I don't even think I'm excited for the new Mega Man game, but it was a surprise to actually see Mega Man during the Game Awards, so if we do get a good Mega Man game, then it is what it is. I don't think we will, just because it is Capcom, and Capcom has really killed their franchises a lot recently. Like, at this point, just give Bandai rights to stuff. Like, Bandai does alright. Like, they're publishers of like Elden Ring and all that. Do you think old games like Tetris and Pac-Man will die out anytime soon? I don't think Pac-Man is ever dying out. Tetris? You got Puyo Puyo Tetris that people play a lot more of, so that keeps the Tetris brand alive. I don't think they're dying anytime soon, no. They could very well die in the future, for sure, at least like in the next 10, 20 years from now. But I don't think they're dying anytime soon. Like, if Pac-Man don't get a new game, like, I think it did get a new game recently. I think it got, like, second, like, like Pac-Man World 2 or something like that on the Switch. So, I think that did alright. And I don't think Pac-Man will actually... I don't think it's supposed to be successful, generally. Same with Tetris. Like, a lot of people do play Tetris 99 still, which is a free game. Because it's a Battle Royale version of Tetris, which people still play to this day. And they do tournaments. Their next one just got confirmed, which is an Animal Crossing New Horizons Tetris 99 event. Which if you win, you get like $10 voucher kind of thing. Well, not voucher, but you get 10 bucks worth of money to spend on like Nintendo's side. Because it gets added to your balance. But if they were to die, I think Pac-Man will die first, and then Tetris, because Tetris is still gonna be good no matter what. I think when I go Japan, I think I'm gonna go pick myself up a Game Boy. I think I'll pick myself up like a Game Boy Color, just because I want one. And I'll try and get the Pokemon games while I'm in Japan as well. The only thing I really want to pick up is probably try and get the orange GameCube. Because my dad definitely wants it. And I want to get for myself probably a Game Boy. Just so it's a replacement Game Boy for my old one that I used to have. And then I might pick up a Japanese DS. Which would be kind of cool. But depends. If they announce a exclusive Switch, it might be something I pick up in Japan while I'm there. Because it's like, oh, well, might as well just pick up a Switch while I'm in Japan. It completely depends what they announce, like, during the directs and stuff like that. If a direct happens before I leave to go Japan in May, completely depends what happens. Like, Pokemon Day is definitely going to talk about, like, the Pokemon Park Kanto that's going on, because I'm definitely going to... We're going to try and get there. What do you think is better than Nintendo 64 or GameCube? Well, the GameCube got beat by the Wii, because, you know, the Wii is definitely the more successful console. The Switch beat it recently. But what do I think is better than 64 or GameCube? Probably the Switch. Just generally the Switch, because you can play the Nintendo 64 games on the online plan, same with the GameCube games. But if I want to play my physical GameCube games, I just boot up my Nintendo Wii. I just play it on the Wii. But yeah, the Switch, in my honest opinion, the Switch franchise as a console beats every console to date. Like, it beats the PlayStation consoles and the Xbox consoles. Because the only games I play on, like, Xbox and PlayStation is pretty much, like, the Call of Duty franchise. And even then, they're dying out. So I think the Call of Duty game that's currently out at the moment, which is Black Ops 7, is the last Call of Duty I play for a very long time. I'll probably get back into Call of Duty once Zombies comes back for the next Treyarch game, whatever they call it. But Call of Duty died ages ago for me. And I barely play Black Ops 7 now. I just play it just to play the new zombie map, and that's it. It's definitely one of those games that's dying more, because I also think indie games generally is taking over more so than the first party companies. Nintendo's doing fine because all the indie games are coming to Nintendo, like most of the new ones. Like, I know Repo is coming to Nintendo soon. I think there's other third-party games that are dropping. Like, Nintendo's doing fine because primarily they have third-party games also helping on their console. So they're making a lot more profit out of that. It is a weird one, for sure. Yes, I'm done. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm done. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, save. When do you think Fortnite will die out? Honestly, you never know nowadays, right? You really never know nowadays. Okay, I got what I needed, so I'm gonna heal you up because you're staying on the team now. Just so I can evolve you. Alright. You guys are good. Let's see what else I got. Any scatty bugs? No. Well, I got what I needed, so I can leave this area and hunt something else, probably. Okay. Guess I could show off Golisopod in a bit with its Mega. Yoink! I heard a shiny. Oh, it's you. Of course it's you. Of course it's you. If I had to give it any time from now when Fortnite die, probably in the next, like, couple years. Next, like, 2 or so years. Definitely. Okay, I might as well clear out all the win pods, because, you know, they're alphas. Since they're alphas, I get a lot of candies. I don't know if it's large candies or if it's medium candies. Hey, please stop. Ooh. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, game. Okay, that's the first I've seen that. That's the first I've seen that happen. That's kind of interesting. Alright, cool. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be getting any scatterbugs, yeah. It's really, really rare that I would get scatterbug, and I got scatterbug at least twice. That's fine, no, I got what I needed. And then, let's kill these. Oh, that's kind of funny. Sorry, scatterbug. Okay. Yeah, it's large, medium. Okay, cool. Actually helps. Helps with the candy collection. I like that. Alright. I guess we can leave the zone now. Leave the zone and we'll hunt something else. We will hunt something else now. Don't know what, but we'll hunt something else. Clear that. Okay, so... I don't know what level you evolve. So, I'm gonna sell these. These are definitely something I'll sell. Like, I'm almost on 999 large. This is great. Give it 1 large. And you can evolve now. Cool, perfect. Okay. I'll show this later. Do you think Epic Games will add Mario or any Nintendo franchises to Fortnite? With how they've done the companions now, I do feel like we'll eventually get, like, Pokemon. Like, we'll get Pokemon, like, walking around and stuff like that. I do feel like it will happen. How big are you? How big are you? Oh, you're huge. You're actually way bigger than I thought you were. What's that? What's up, Golisopod? What are you, like, bug water? I would replace it with Feraligatr, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, where are you? You're down there. Okay, so I got to evolve you into Ariados, which you can evolve instantly. That's perfect. Right, I got to add you guys to the decks now, huh? Got to add you guys to the ZA decks. So, Luminos, Pokédex. Yep. Spinarak. Yep, Spinarak has been added. And Ariados. You're now added. Perfect. And then I got to add for the DLC side. So for the DLC side, I got to add to hyperspace, I gotta add Wimpod. And then Pod. And then add Galissapod to Dex. And then that's saved. Then how's the Dex going for that? So 70 for Luminos, so 70 shinies for Luminos. And 41 for hyperspace currently. Hell yeah. Yes, I'm shiny grinding Alexa here. I'm definitely. So 50. Okay. Definitely need to move these guys a lot closer. Let's see. Where are you guys? 62? Wait, are these the 40, 43? 43, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You would be 50. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 60, 1, and 2. Okay, so Wimpod is there. Galissapod, come here. You don't have your mark. I want to give you the marks. Oh, it's going good. Going good. I got the Pokemon I want. Do you think the Pokemon anime should be considered anime? In my honest opinion, no. My honest opinion with the Pokemon anime, no, it should not be considered anime. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think it should be. I do have put those there. Yep, you guys are fine because you're alphas now, and then these guys I can get rid of. They've been replaced by alphas now. Damn. Damn. I have so many Pokemon I gotta trade. I really do. I got so many shinies I gotta trade. I got 3 boxes because I really gotta clear out these boxes. It's really annoying when I'm shiny hunting now. Ah! Okay. Do I have any fairy types first off? So fairy, water, rock. Those are the ones I can go for right now. Yeah, I'll have 8 minutes in there. I do not want that. I'll have 8 minutes at most. I don't want that. Give me my lost Pokeballs, please. Yeah, no. Give me the Pokeballs. I was doing kind of rough trying to catch something earlier. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see. Let's see, because I'll be ending stream in roughly an hour. Roughly an hour from now. What time do I normally what time I stream? Normally I'm starting to get a better schedule time, and I was gonna do it starting this week, but I'm not. I'm doing it starting next week. It'll be 8 PM UK time will be when I'll be streaming from now on. It'd be pretty much like 4-hour streams, but 2 hours each, because it'd be 2 hours on the YouTube side, maybe longer, and then I'll be on TikTok for like the remaining time. So that's the plan. That's the main plan. But as of today, I decided to go live early. At least today. Ooh, a 2-star fairy. Okay, they're both there that I need, and I need Mime Jr. That's good. Okay, might do fairy. Might do fairy to end today's stream. Do I have any rock or water? No, I've got fairy, so I'm gonna mark that. I'm definitely doing it. Nope, don't want to do that. Okay, that's saved now, so I can actually go there. So go to area 16, it'd be easier. Be easier to go around. Okay. Should be... Where are you? It's on the roof. I can get up there, I think, from here. I didn't talk to you, man. What the hell? I will try to join you next stream, but for now, bye. Have a nice day. Thank you, Greenhead. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by and subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it. Okay, so literally it's just up there. Why? This is weird. Okay, that is weird. Okay, fairy. Let's see if this is a good zone. Please be a decent zone so I can get Spritzy and Swirlix. They're the main ones I want. Oh, this is... Oh, okay, there's Swirlix. This should be enough to get me another Swirlix, right? I don't like this zone. I really don't like this zone. I will try to join you next stream. No worries, Greenhead. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Okay, Swirlix. Okay. I want to see what other Pokemon are around because it resets certain Pokemon. I'll come back for that. Come back for Swirlix. Okay, more Swirlix. Is there anything up here? Oh? It's primarily Swirlix. I don't know. I'm gonna reset. As much as I want the shiny Swirlix, I think that's not a good place to hunt. So, we'll try and find more places to hunt. If it takes a while, it takes a while. We're on the quest to find the best area to hunt. So, we know Swirlix and that can spawn in the 2-star area. That's fine, and we know Mime Jr. can spawn with them, which is good, because I do need Mime Jr. and Mr. Mime. Okay, let's have a look. So, fairy, water, and rock. Okay, there's a 3-star water. Okay, that's... We know 2 stars, Totodile on that. Okay, cool. Nothing there. Good. Probably gonna be up all day today anyway, so it don't really matter. I could stream pretty much all day on the YouTube side, and then end stream just before other things. Could. Actually, I wouldn't mind. Actually, I might do that. We'll do some grinding after this, probably. Flying. That's just flying. So, fairy. Give me a 1-star. Give me a 1-star or 2-star, because 1-star can be Fido, and I would not mind going for a Fido. So I would like Fido and its evolution, which is Darshban. Any water? No. Just keep going. So 1-star or 2-star water and because if we could get the 1-star zones out the way, we'll do 2-star zones and 3-star and start going up. Start building upwards to what we need. Okay. Poison, ice. One time I don't have ice anymore. 2-star fairy. Okay, Fido is also there. I do need Carbink because you only need 1. And I do need Swirlix and I need Fido. So let's find out. Let's find out if we can... I hear shiny. I heard a shiny. I heard it when I went in the Pokemon Center. Is it on the roof? No way. Am I able to get you from here? I can. Well then. Fletchling. I have too many of you, so I don't need you. But why would you spawn when I came back? Alright. Yeah, let me autosave again. All I want to know is if this fairy area's got a good spawn. If it's got a good spawn, I will hunt in there. But that's only if it's got a good spawn. I ain't gonna hunt in these zones if it's not got good spawns. Like, it's gotta be, like, on the roof where, you know, multiple can spawn. Because I made a bunch of these. I made a bunch of those donuts so I can keep continuing hunting. Like, you know, go to the 4-star zones and start making more shiny donuts. But it's not bad. Not bad at all. I hear Pokemon. Oh, they're on the roof. Okay. Oh, Carbink? Any chance for a blue Carbink? So okay, I could go for Carbink. Let's have a look around, because Carbink ain't a shiny there. Carbink again. None of you are shiny. Interesting. None of you guys are shiny. I'm not the biggest fan of what's spawned here. It would be better if it was Spritzy or Fido. Carbink again. That Carbink's shiny. Okay. I don't like this area. I don't like where I spawned. Like, the Carbink's shiny, sure. But I don't like it. Swirlix. You guys are here. I don't like this zone. Why are you giving me bad zones, game? Like, give me one that's very much open, but also give me, like, other areas. Like, the zone I had for, like, Wimpod was pretty good. Because I got 2 lines done immediately. Like, I got the Wimpod line done, and I got the, Spinnerack line done, so those are out the way. I just need, you know, the other bug types, like Weedle and all that. So that'd be fine. Okay. Here, another... Oh, you spawned back? You spawned back. That's interesting. That can be really annoying when I'm resetting this area back and forth again. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Starmie, I already have you, so I don't even have to worry about you anymore. That's fine. Fit. Okay, so there's nothing there. That's fine. So it's Fairy, Rock, Water. Fairy, Rock, Water. What rock types are in this game? Like, I know Amora can spawn in the rock side. So that's fine. Rock. Oh yeah, Neckley. Neckley can spawn. Actually, that wouldn't be bad because I only need 2 Onyxes. But give me a lower zone. Lower zone would be better. Lower would be better. Maybe I will end once we hit the 3-hour mark. Once we hit the 3-hour mark or whatever. Okay, what did you message me, Nathan? Okay, thank you. Appreciate. Water? I have 2 out of the 3 of that, so it's only Simipour I would need in that zone. But I'm not wasting 1 donut for the Simipour. That's for sure. Nope. That's kind of annoying. Alright, back again. Okay, this should be fine. Croconaur's in there. Would not mind to try and get Croconaur. But I would prefer Totodile spawning in a very lower zone. Like, just generally. I don't like that I keep getting the fighting zones. I don't care for them. They're good for points. That's the only reason I go in there, is go into the 4-star zone, get points, get berries. Because, you know, the trainers can give you berries. But yeah, I'll probably end just after the 3-hour mark, because I'll be ending within the hour. Like, once the hour clock's over. But I'll be live again on TikTok later tonight. which will go over to the pretty much following day. But I'll be doing story stuff, so... Wow, did I get very unlucky or what this time around? I did... The fairy one. The DNA as much as I want you, probably not a good idea. Oh, like... I want 1 or 2 star zones because I get longer times in those areas. In the 1-star zone, I get just over an hour in that zone. With 2-star, I think it's like 40 odd minutes. The timer is... Ugh. I want to go in zones that you get the best timer on. Magikarp, I do need you. Funny enough. I do need Barbaracle, don't get me wrong. I do need Barbaracle, so if we could get a Binacle with, like, a really good spawn for, like, Totodile, then I'll do that. The best place is the roof. If I can get the roof of one of those areas again, and then there's 2 areas that Pokemon can spawn, and then the bottom part that Pokemon can spawn, that would be the best zone, and then I can reset that zone to get the best Pokemon outcome. Grass... Water, 1-star... Oh, 2-star? Okay, that's what I need. Carvana, Totodile, that. If I could get a good spawn in that zone, then, you know, it will actually benefit me a lot. It's near Area 3. That's in the... Oh, actually, it's there. Ooh, that's not a bad area. Just don't be on the roof. The only thing I could hope for is Alpha Pikachu spawns around here, because as long as it's Alpha, you know, that's all that matters. Okay, so it's here. Very nice. Please be a good area for Totodile and that. Be on that rooftop or be really good. Okay, so 2-star areas give me 37 minutes, 30 seconds. That's not bad. That's not bad. If I could get my starter, like, the entire Totodile line done, that'd be great, because I'll be replacing my Feraligatr with a competitive one. Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, that's not bad. That's not a bad zone. Don't get me wrong, that's not bad, but that's right in front of Pokemon, so I kind of don't... Oh, this is a really good zone, actually. Wait. Would this be good to reset them? What's in there? Anything in there? No, just a Pokeball. This ain't a bad zone, it's just Pokemon spawn in... I guess it's not a bad area, it's what I need. I need Binacle, I need 1 more Binacle, and I need Totodile. So... The problem is where he spawns. It's right in front, and, you know, it might lock me out. Hold on. We can try it for a bit until he spawns. Yeah, I don't think I like... Problem is, I can't see if that's the right... Fuck it. Why not, right? Alright, we'll just let that do that. Because surely... Okay, it does respawn him back. That might work. That might work. Okay, hopefully this works. Like, we're I'm doing a test just to see if this works. If this works better than the map resetting, for the Totodiles at least, I will clear the Totodiles when I got all 3 of the Shalfa, like Shalfa versions, and I'll just reset the map to get my last Binacle. Because that's the only thing I could think of in doing, is just get the Totodile and then get my last Binacle, and then I should be good. And then I think that's fine, like, completely. Oh, we getting the file size confirmation today for Hytale. Hell yeah. Don't be big. Don't be a big file size. I doubt it will be. I've got like terabytes of storage, so I'm fine. I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I do upgrade my PC at all today, this year, it will just be replacing my motherboard, maybe switching from Intel to AMD, and pretty much just upgrading my RAM from 32 to 64. That's basically it. It's probably RAM increase and just upgrading my motherboard will be the main thing. A Vivian pin collection. That's kind of cool. I like that. Huh. That's kind of neat. Ah. Okay. I might have to rewatch Infinity War and Endgame, because they are one of my favorite movies of all time for Marvel. At least for Avengers. Okay, so it is resetting the Totodiles. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Check back in a couple. Hmm. Damn. Damn. Okay, Totodile. Oh. Huh. Neat. Now let's have a look. I don't know. I don't know if this resetting like doing as well. Maybe I reset like earlier to see if he does not spawn there. Kind of funny if the binacles actually spawn. No. Kavana. I don't know. Why does the game give me really bad zones? Like, generally gives me really bad. I got 30 minutes to try and get a better zone for them. Ugh. I just can't be spawning in front of Pokemon. That's my only problem. We'll see. If Totodile spawns behind, like, kind of behind us, I think that'd be better. Like, where the binacles are, we can kind of reset the area, which wouldn't be bad. Come on. But I don't think the picture matters on the Pokemon, it really doesn't. Okay, that's one. That's one. Hold on. Hold on, my dude. Oh, I got 2 Shalfers. Oh, that is nutty. That is nutty. Hold on, I got the 2 Pokemon I actually want in this area. Okay. Be nice. Be nice, game. Be nice. That's not what I wanted to kill. Okay. I guess I could wipe out the area for a minute. Okay. Come on, get in the pool, please. Yes. Okay, cool. Return. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let me go over here. Okay, so Binacle is there. I could actually reset. Please go away. Thank you. Okay. Let me cut across so I could get that. Carvana. But I have my Totodile. I could instantly evolve it into Feraligatr. Could very much evolve it into Feraligatr. But first, have a look. Lonely nature? Okay. I want to keep you, so you go down there. Mr. Lonely. Why are you coming back around? I hear shiny. Is it the Carvana? It is. Oh yeah. Come on. Okay, cool. Alright, just need one more Carvana. Thunderbolt. There's one more Carvana. Modest nature. I think you're a physical attacker, especially with your, with your evolution. That's fine. Double alpha ain't bad at all. Alright, let's try to reset these zones. Okay, that should be fine. As long as it does not cut me off, I should be fine to reset these Totodiles. I never checked what's above me. That's a problem. That's a problem. My only problem with Totodile. Oh, there's Totodile there. Hold on. There's Totodile there, but this ain't long enough to reset, is there? What the fuck? Okay. Alright, try again. Oh, are you serious? This is gonna suck so much, actually. Don't see me. Nope. 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 This is not a good zone. I got one, but this is really not a good zone. The only thing I could think of, and I think it will work, is now that I know Totodile actually spawns over there, I can just mash A here. Because I'm further away from the other Totodiles over there. So, I'll do that. I will do that for, like, 30 minutes. But we got what we needed, and honestly, I think we'll just end stream once we got the Totodiles done. Instead of worrying. That's when. Funny. While we wait. We'll just wait for a bit. Okay. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Huh. Huh. Alright, we'll check on the Totodiles in a minute. Huh. Hmm. Intriguing. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's have a look. They are resetting though. Like the Totodiles. But I'm checking up here specifically. Yeah, I don't think it's working. I think I'm far enough away, but I don't think it's working. There's only 2 up there. It's kind of wild. Well, let's have a look. There's also Totodiles there. Carvana's there. This is not a good zone. It really isn't. Really not a good zone. I do wish the bench resetting was in this. This is not a good zone. If they were further away, it would probably work. Like, generally, I think it would work better if... As long as the alpha ain't in front, that's all that matters. Like, them wandering off, that's fine. Just can't be alpha. They have to be alpha once they're shiny, but... doesn't matter if then... So that right there. Come on. Come on, Totodile, that's just annoying. Because there's 3 types of Totodiles around here. I could clear this area, just have the top. Like the top ones spawn, but the only problem is I don't know if they're gonna shine. Because they're not too close. Oh, are you serious? Cool, I like that. Hold on, where are they? They're just up there, right? That might be enough to, you know, get them. They're also there. That might be enough. Like, if I clear this area, it might be enough. Because this area is kind of wacky. Okay. Let's clear this area real quick. Ampharos. Alright, Thunder. Bonk. Thunderbolt. Bonk. Thunder. Okay, cool. Once he despawns, I will just reset the area again. There we go. Let's try it. The only thing I could think of at this point. The game could be nice to me, that'd be nice. No. You know, game? It'd be nice. Be nice to me, you know. Oh, hopefully the others spawn shiny. If it makes the others shine at the back, I'll have to get rid of them. Once I get my last one for, you know, Sharpedo. Once I get the Sharky, we should be good. Okay. Let's see. So we'll give it maybe another 10 minutes, and then we'll check the Pokemon around. Damn, I'm hungry. I feel hungry. Maybe I'll get something to eat in a minute. Like when we check the Pokemon. We will check on this in a minute. Check on the Pokemon in a minute. I feel like we are gonna get Carvana, which is fine. And then I can clear all the Carvanas in the area. So we could try and see if we can get Totodile. If not, we'll reset in a different area for Totodile.
Right, let's have a look. Okay, so no to Carvana. I'll check over there in a minute. But it also has Carvana. Done for there. None of these guys.
Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of this area just because of where I spawn. I don't mind the 2 Pokemon I got because I got double Shalfers. Like when spawning in. Oh yeah, it's Binacle that's here. And also Carvana. Okay, this might be worth it. So they do spawn on this side. So that also means that the ones on the roof should also be spawning as shiny. Okay. Okay, Carvana is done. Let's wipe out this area. That's fine, at least one evolution line's done. Let's get rid of the Carvanas. And, we'll keep the Binacle. Oh, you guys did spawn back in. Crap. The only thing I could think of is that they will spawn if I reset that zone. Oh, not very nice. Okay. We could try. Could try and get these areas. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Nope, okay. I'm gonna get a better area, because I could get Carvana again. Sure, I lose out on the Totodile I already have, but I would rather scan the zones. But for the time being, I'll probably reset the zones and then we'll do it on TikTok later tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna end here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later tonight on TikTok side where either we continue hunting for Totodile, or we might get, might try and get Ghost type on the, like, Sparkling Power Ghost and try and hunt Gimmighoul tonight. One of the two. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye, guys.